This is 10 deadly mistakes buyers make when purchasing a home. And I just kind of wanted to dance through them relatively rapidly and share them with you, because I think that it's really important, as we've discussed previously, when you're considering a purchase, which in most households is the largest purchase that a family will make, and it's the longest commitment that a family would make. It's certainly in your best interest to not only do your due diligence, but surround yourself with experienced people that understand. So anybody that has a good working knowledge and has been in the business before and for a while. I say that what real estate brokers do is consult, negotiate, and oversee the transactional details. And initially, they need to, obviously have the working knowledge. So when they're consulting, they need to be able to, one, listen. Secondly, ask the appropriate questions so that they have an idea of what you want. And then during the that's in the consultation, and then during the negotiation stage, that's when you get out, you look at the inventory, you write a potential offer on a property, negotiate that to the best terms that you can, and then on the backside, the overseeing the transactional details. There's just a mountain of paperwork that's associated with it, and some is mandatory, some isn't, and you'll sign your signature an awful lot of times when purchasing a home. But this is more just the aggregate things to take a look at. And one is, one of the mistakes not to make is making an offer without being pre-qualified. Oftentimes what we think that we're qualified for, lending guidelines change daily. Even when my customers come to me, I very rarely try to offer any input. I always refer them to somebody, because truly the market and the mortgage industry and rates and everything are changing absolute daily. And it just really wouldn't be in my best interest to try to fill that in. That's the reason why we have professionals, and that's the reason why we have people that are experienced. And there again, with your mortgage lender, you want a mortgage lender that isn't really just trying to be your best friend and tell you what you want to hear. You want a mortgage lender that can actually get the deal done. So when you find the house that you like, you can actually buy it. Another mistake here is not getting a home inspection. I tell my customers that a home inspection is the best insurance that you can buy, and that is the equivalent of having a mechanic look at a used car before you purchase it. It's someone to crawl through the attic, crawl under the house, check the polarities in the sockets, make sure your water pressure, your appliances, all of those sort of things are functioning well. And it's just it creates a very nice report in the event there is a malady, and if there is an malady, that the home that you're purchasing is what you think you're purchasing. Another mistake not to make is limiting your search just to open houses and ads. The internet is there, your brokers are there, and that's one of the discussions that you should have with your broker. There's no additional fees in using a broker, and there's no break in using an experienced broker. And to have that discussion with them. Do you want to pursue for sale by owners? Are you interested in looking at short sale or bank owned properties if they come on the market? And then when you get out and look at the entire, the model that I use on occasion is what I call the funnel, where, at the beginning, everything is on the table. You can look at every piece of property that's in the city, and then we'll slowly whittle it down to where your area, your style of home, those sort of things start to come into focus. And then we can focus more on that area, and it makes the entire process, you feel that you're making progress, and you're hopefully getting to the property that best suits your personal needs. Choosing a real estate agent who is not committed to forming a strong relationship with you. I talk about this all the time, and I think that I've said it enough times that, to talk to a couple of agents, make certain that they are doing it full time, that they have experience, and that they can represent you and get you the information. What I commonly say is that my job is to go out and get the information and present it in an unbiased manner so that you can make the decision that best suits your needs. And it's really all about you, the buyer. You're the one that will buy the home. You're the one that will make payments on the home. And ultimately, you're the one that will live in the home. So it's really all about you, the buyer. So find somebody that really has your interest in mind first and listens to your needs. And I think that you'll find that you have established a good working relationship with a good, strong broker. On the other, this is one that's kind of fun to me. Thinking that there's only one perfect home. You know, the way that I joke on this, there is no perfect home. If we get close, if we get to 80, 85, maybe even 90%, boy, we hit it out of the park. We did really, really well. Even when you go over to someone's housewarming party after they purchased their custom lot and designed their custom home and went through all of the growing pains of building their own home and doing that, you get there and they'll still say, well, you know, if I did it again, I'd move this door over here and I'd push that out a little bit further. So even though they designed the perfect home, even after the process, it's still not a perfect home. And when you're looking at a home, you know, this isn't a quick term fix. A home is something that you should consider, you know, at least in the 3 to 5. Does it not only accommodate your needs today, but does it accommodate your needs here in the foreseeable future? And you know, that's a really important aspect. That's an important aspect. Not only is the price and the home important, but the length of time in which you anticipate holding on to the property is very important. And it's really, really important when you're selecting your insurance or your financing package that you're going to put on the property. If you know that you're only going to be in the area, or you're anticipating having children, but you're not going to do that for a couple of years, you know, getting long-term financing, there may be some other shorter-term financing that are actually better suited for your individual needs. So, yeah, and the other items here are, you know, insurance and a homeowner's protection plan, and just making certain that you do your due diligence. And there's just a couple of things there that I think that are also important. You know, one obviously is, particularly if water is anywhere near you, knowing about your insurance, you know, what your homeowner's insurance is going to cost, because you're going to factor that in. And generally, your lender will help you with that, because that'll be one of the factors that you factor into your proposed monthly payments. But this other one was kind of interesting. You know, in a homeowner's protection plan, a homeowner's warranty. A homeowner's warranty is offered generally at a pretty reduced premium. It's offered generally for a term of 1 year. And in many cases, it's not at all unusual for the seller to provide that warranty for the home. And you know, basically what it does is it's as they say here, it's a mini insurance policy that usually lasts for a year, and it covers basic repairs that you may encounter or maybe purchase for a nominal fee. It's a nice insurance policy to cover that first year. It's kind of like when you buy a car and you get a little extended warranty. Even though you bought a used car, you still have that assurance. Obviously, when you buy a new home, there's going to be, you know, a craftsmanship warranty, and the majority of your appliances obviously are always going to be new. So both of those items are fairly well covered when buying new. But when buying an existing home, it's certainly worthy of a look. And I actually encountered a gentleman recently that went on, and he continued. He felt that the cost of maintaining that warranty during the time that he was owning his property was actually beneficial to him. And so he went on after the first year and continued to renew that policy so that he has a home protection warranty for minor repairs on his property at all times. So anyway, those were the top 10 mistakes. The easy way to navigate those mistakes, obviously, is to work with somebody that's experienced and can help you along and help you through the process, because they've been there many times.